Welcome to another episode of Redemptive Realty. Today we are going to transform my living room. This is the first room when you enter my house, and this focal wall, it needs to be transformed with PVC wall panels and slat wall. Let's go to walmart.com because it's my favorite store, and no, we are not yet being monetized or being sponsored by Walmart, but walmart.com, I cannot say it enough, has amazing, wonderful things that you cannot find anywhere for the best price. These are the materials that we'll be using. And at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about tips and tricks and things that I thought I could do better, or things that I should have used after installation that I thought would have worked better. So Walmart was gracious enough to, deliver this within 2 days. I am not on Walmart Plus. I don't think it's necessary right now because my orders always fall within that $39. So I always get my, shipping free anyways. So here I am logging this thing around. And at this point, your girl was really contemplating her life. Like, why is this thing so heavy? And it was made from relatively good material. So at this point, I was exhausted. Interior design is mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausting. But you know what? I love what I do. Here at Redemptive Realty, it's really important for us to really emphasize the fact that we love what we do. It can be a little bit daunting at times, but we absolutely get to do incredible things in spaces and transform the look of the place. Now let's get into the unboxing of this material. I absolutely love this material. I'm obsessed. I walk through my living room all the time now just to stare at it. It's so good. My kids even love it. The boxing was really, really secure. So it took a lot of energy to cut through those tape, and just to be careful because it is of a softer material in the sense that this is not real wood, and everything is a little bit more sponge-like, so you want to be very careful. Reading the instructions are always very important. So reading the instructions is very important, and this is what the material looks like. That thing almost knocked my painting off the wall. Can you believe that? But hubby came to the rescue. He was going to help me hold it down so that I can get a visual of what it looks on the wall. Because sometimes what you order online is a case of what I ordered versus what I got. But this was exactly the look I was going for because we have a gold theme in our living room. So I wanted something subtle, but it fit into that room. So the height of my living room is about 7 feet and a half, 91 inches approximately. So now I had to figure out, okay, one panel fits perfectly on the bottom, but at the top we had to cut. So we have to make sure that, you measure twice and cut once. So over here, I'm doing my measurement, and you have to measure different parts of the wall because you cannot assume that your builders build your house straight. And I'm also moving our couch so that way, also I got from Walmart, but I'm moving it aside so that way I have a good visual of the place. The nails that I got also came with its own bit, which was perfect because I didn't have that bit. I'm going to pre-drill the nails into the wood slat so that way it makes for an easier installation. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing every fourth line so that way it's even on all sides. So I'm not going to put anything heavy on it, so that's why you won't see me in this video looking for any studs in the wall or anything of that sort. I'm just going to plop it on the wall, and that's the end of it. It's not going to be anything going to be on it, at least for now. If I choose to in the future, because you can do other designs, I'll let you know. But this is me drilling it in. I like my pockets. As a mom, you get to know that pockets are everything. You get to carry everything in your pockets, even nails. So here we are pre-drilling again the second panel on the bottom so we can install it into the wall. Yep. So once that was done, put that in and we were good to go. Mostly you could do this a one-man job, but, there's some parts that I needed an extra hand, and I love my husband being around, so of course he was here to help me. But yeah, for most of this project, I do it by myself. He's not very big into interior designs, but he loves the output or the final thing when it comes done. So this is what it looks like, and I love that it hangs perfectly over my baseboard. There we go. And now it's to do the measurement for the top side. Again, it's not going to be an exact fit. You have to do multiple measurements so that way you make sure it's a clean line as much as possible. All right, now it's time to measure. I believe the measurement was around 41. So we're measuring and we're going to use a blue Scotch tape, painting tape, in order to mark our place. So when we are using our circular saw, it would be as straight of a line. So we also had to pick up our PVC wall panel. As an interior design, I have access to warehouse where we can get these beautiful PVC wall panels and different colors for amazing prices. I work directly with this warehouse, and it is my insider secret as an interior designer that I would love to bring to my clients. So let's get started. The other PVC, I had to order another wall slat, and that came through. Now I'm showing you the process of cutting down the top part of the wood slats. My husband, of course, is here to help me. This is in our basement, our unfinished side, because there's two sides, and you will come along with me on this journey of finishing this basement because I have incredible ideas. And yes, I am using a fridge or freezer that we have yet to open as my cutting base. You got to get creative with what you have. So here we are cutting it down, installing it, and it looked perfect. And your girl was so excited. Look at what we did. I mean, just excited. Ecstatic is the word, actually, because what we measured and we cut, and it was perfect. We're going to fill those holes or those lines, but as you can see, the installation was perfect. Now, I realized in doing that, I had to do some math because, okay, the PVC wall panel came by 10 by 4. So it was 4 feet wide by 10 feet high. Obviously, we don't need 10 feet, so we had to cut that down. But also, my wall or the PVC wall had to extend a little bit more, or those slats need to extend it a little bit more. So that's why I ordered an extra box so that way I can cut that down. I'm using a painting cover cloth in the floor because I'm going to cut down the panel. You can actually cut it with a knife. And so I'm cutting it down. I only needed about 3 or 4. I needed about 4 in order to complete it, so that way there's no gap between the PVC wall panel and the wooden slats. All right. So I had to trim down the edges a little bit so that way it looked more cohesive. So there we go. And it's going to fall down because it's not secured to the wall. Duh. But yeah. So here we go. We're going to secure it to the wall, and then we're going to recut the top piece and using the same slat. Even though there's 2 that came in the package, I only used 1, and I'm going to save the 1 for another project that I might think of soon. In DIYs, you get a lot of extras. So cutting down the portion there and also cutting down another 4, and then I'm going to install that as well. So here we go. And if you have any questions about this video, you can always put it in the comment section. Let's discuss. If you think I should have did something in a different manner, I am open to your suggestions. I'm open to your feedback. So please let me know. And if you've ever installed these things before, let me know what is the best company that you found. These were just the cheapest I could find. I had a little deadline for myself, so I wanted to put this together. But if you have any idea of where I can find it, better quality, maybe a better price, or even in the higher end side, let me know. Because we can service our clients using, the most inexpensive or the most expensive materials based on what their needs are. Now we're going to reinstall it. And again, another beautiful match. Again, measure twice, cut once, because you don't want it to cut too short. All right, so now that installation is complete, I love the way that it looks. I think it gives the room so much depth. And the thing about PVC wall panels, it forces your eyes to go from the floor to the ceiling. That creates a taller effect for the house or the wall in of itself and makes you feel like the house is much taller or the walls are much taller than what it actually is. It is a very optical illusion type of thing, and it helps you to make the room feel bigger. All right, now it's time to cut down the PVC panel. And I told my husband bluntly, I'm not gonna do it. He gonna do it. And we gotta cheer him up and be his hype woman. So I gotta make up a song for him. So listen. Go baby, go baby, go, go baby, go baby, go, go baby, go baby, go. Do you know this man had the audacity to say I have no rhythm? Go baby, go baby, go. Dun, 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 dun. Zero rhythm. But I take no offense because I'm not the one cutting it. Now, the PVC wall panel, I have to let you know, it's a little bit harder to cut. It kind of reminds me of those peel and stick vinyls. It's a little hard to stick or to cut up, so you have to be very meticulous with your blade. But he was able to do it. Everybody, put in the comments, go husband, go. Because otherwise I would have been doing this for about 3 days. But he was able to cut it, and we used dimensions and measurements to be able to get the right measurements in order to make sure we cut out the TV, because our TV is hanging on the wall, and the outlet that was removed from the bottom of the wall to the tops, and it's hidden by the TV. So hubby was able to put that on the wall, and it looks beautiful. And this is without putting the liquid nails on the back too, or the adhesive. All right, here I am putting the adhesive on. I didn't really like this adhesive. We had to buy like another one that was a bit stronger than this, because this took a long time to cure to the wall and to the material. But, it was a good learning experience. Now I can tell you what I know and what was good, and what we could improve on so that you don't make those mistakes. All right, now we're going to put it on. And when I tell you it transformed this room, we're going to do a before and after at the bottom of the video, or at the end of the video. And you let me know what you think. God bless my husband. He was so tired. He came from work and he had to help his wife DIY. And here I am using my whole entire body just to push it into the wall. All right. He was a lot stronger than I am. We had to take the living room or dining room chair in order to stand, to kind of give it an extra push to the wall, kind of encourage it to cure a little faster. And again, that glue was not the best for this project. I had to end up getting another one, and I'll share with you what the other one was at the end of the video. So we used painter's tape to kind of give it a more stable, or keep it in place a little bit longer. And you could do that when you're installing as well. So that's what we use to help it secure. And I was ecstatic because it looked so good. It complemented the room so beautifully, honestly. And here's a little view of what it looks like. Yeah, this is our work spot, and it was blown up by the tools, but I think it looked absolutely perfect. All that was left for him to reinstall the TV. And, of course, I'm not lifting that thing up. Why would I lift a TV when I have a Hercules? The Hulk as a husband. So, yeah. I'm just here to give directions. So we left the felt down just to secure it into place a little bit. But I was so grateful for hubby's help. This is great. Oh my goodness. No, come look from there and come in. Come into my house. Come into my house. Has to be the best transformation of this space thus far. I can't lie, I had so much fun putting this project together. As promised, I'm going to talk to you about what tips and tricks that I've learned that I would like to share with you for the curing of this wall. Yes, I got a new glue thinking that it would cure a little faster. It didn't. But I think when it comes to putting the wall together or putting the PVC on the wall, it's very important to know that it's not going to cure immediately. No matter how fast your glue is, it's going to take some time. And for the wood slats, you can use a nail gun in order to put it in. You don't necessarily have to use nail because it's not that heavy. This is Redemptive Realty, and thank you for joining us on another episode.